Hello everybody, my name is Jerry Wise and I'm a life and relationship coach, and I appreciate you joining this video and being a part of my YouTube channel. I hope you'll join my YouTube channel, and I hope you'll join and become a paid member for $1.99 for a month, and it helps support the free videos that I put up on my channel. This video is entitled How to Survive the Holidays with Your Families. And I thought I'd want to do it here early before the holidays really get started. And maybe it will be a help to some of you in planning for the holidays that are coming up. I want to also mention I've got a workshop coming up tentatively now we have for December 5th on a Saturday, a workshop on reducing your reactivity. And it will be on Saturday from 1 to it'll be 4 hours of a workshop. It'll cost $195, and look for it on my website and sign up today for that workshop. Also, you can go to my, if you're a member on YouTube, you can go and cast your vote for what would be the best date. We're planning on December 5th, but if we really want to change the date, we will, but right now that's tentatively. People have been voting that way. Also, you can offer some pre-workshop questions that I can use for the workshop. There are discounts for paid members on my website. And I'm going to be releasing 3 or 4 of the 14 topics I'm going to talk about at the workshop. We're also going to do role plays too. And we'll have some pre-access video clips that will be sent out about these different topics. I've got 4 topics I'm going to do a pre-access video on. That'll probably be for everyone. And then those who have joined as a membership, they'll be able to see the other 10 short clip videos as a thank you to those who are members of my YouTube channel. Back to the holidays. The holidays touch a lot of issues for many of us. It brings up a lot of dynamics, particularly where we'll go back into childhood roles, childhood feelings, when we have family gatherings and go back into the holidays. It brings up a lot of neediness for us in our need for home, need for family, need for love, need for belonging and community. And this time intensifies our hopes and fears about fulfilling those needs. And many of us can feel highs and lows when we go through the holiday season. So don't be surprised if you're an adult child of an alcoholic, adult child of a narcissist, that you might find yourself getting into some depression during this time. Because it's been so common that you've experienced that, or disappointment, or the drama of having an alcoholic parent who made Christmas a disaster, or a mother who is overly controlling and needy, or a father who is overly controlling and needy, and it would just ruin the holidays for many families. And so with those memories, we go in with trepidation many times. So don't be so surprised about some highs and lows. You're not crazy. It's just you've kind of been many times traumatized, or there are times that you just had expectations that were often dashed during the holiday season. We may use this time to chase some validation, or to hustle for some love, or hustle for some acceptance. And I'm going to be talking how we don't want to do that for the holidays. Because we will then get, as we say, we'll get coal in our stockings. And this can be a holiday where you can have great things in your stocking rather than coal in your stocking that you hang on the fireplace. We also may be triggered trying to avoid internal conflicts we've come to dread. That we have certain internal conflicts about the family, about siblings, about extended family, about in-laws, sisters-in-law, brothers-in-laws, and we've come to dread those conflicts because they many times get triggered during the holidays. And what we want to do is to optimize the positive aspects of holiday family time as much as we can, while at the same time protecting ourselves from the drama and boundary violations that often occur in dysfunctional families. First of all, what can we do? Adjust our expectations. One of the best ways and one of the most researched ways we know to feel happier quickly is to lower your expectations. Oftentimes our expectations are so high that we then become more depressed or more upset because people aren't meeting those expectations. Our expectations are often too high for our family because our neediness and our desire for acceptance and love are way too high. And in fact, we become addicted to that love and addicted to that acceptance. And as I often say, if someone feels as though they are not loved enough, it's often because they are addicted to love. And that doesn't mean we've always gotten all the love we needed. I'm not saying that. But we get fixated on, I've got to try to find this love and try to find this love. And where we're missing it is the love we have for ourselves. And that could be the best holiday gift you could give to yourself, is to love yourself and be a gift to yourself. The sooner you stop expecting them or the family to do something that is beyond their capability or capacity to do, the easier it will be to end your cycles of hurt, anger, and disappointment. Accepting what is true and what is possible. And I do a lot of times, make a lot of effort to work with clients about accepting the families that they have. It doesn't mean their families can do whatever they want. It means that we accept who they are, where they are, what they can do, and also that we love ourselves and set appropriate boundaries. Secondly, manage yourself, not them. There may be a lot of family members who do not regulate themselves or their emotions very well. That's common in almost all families. And we tend to caretake, appease, distract, dodge, and charm or otherwise manage the difficult people in our family gatherings. That's exhausting. And that's why when we get done, we're just exhausted and drained because we've done all of this over-functioning to manage other people's emotional states. But ultimately, we cannot control what others think, believe, feel, say, or do. And there's great freedom. And so if we surrender to that, there's great freedom that we can have. And the holidays can be a time in which we set ourselves free from those expectations and from managing others. One of the best ways to feel better is stop managing other people. The key is your emotional detachment and survival and self-focus as an adult. Focus on yourself, self-care, what you want, what you need. I don't mean in a selfish way, I mean a self-loving way, self-caring way. And self-love includes detachment. I can't fix the feelings, thoughts, beliefs, actions of other people. This means being clear and confident about what you will and will not tolerate, and being willing to follow through on maintaining your boundaries. Thirdly, or next, disengage from the drama. Often at family gatherings, we run into the drama of our family play. And it can be quite a crazy family play, from hearing from many of you, my own family, other families that I've talked to over the 40-some years I've worked with people. And it can be quite a crazy family play. From bullying to showmanship to having contests between people, controlling, people being controlling through passive-aggressive manipulation, And often we get pulled into the dance, pulled into the play, pulled into the fray. And we want to resist the urge to react to the baiting, the guilt tripping, any gaslighting, or other controlling maneuvers, and preserve your sanity if others around you are acting insane. Work on preserving your own sanity and focus on that rather than how can I change their insanity. Next, resist defensiveness. It's natural to feel defensive when immature family members bring immaturity to you. We may be criticized, avoided, or defined by others. That was something that always would trigger me when others would define me. And this can trigger our defensiveness. But that's not who I am. No, I didn't do that. Why do you think I did? And then my defensiveness gets triggered. Try to keep a cool head and do not put your emotions and self-esteem out there and on the line. We want to allow, they can be whoever they want, they can believe whatever they want. I don't have to fix that for them. And I can even disagree with it. And I don't even have to convince them that they're wrong, because oftentimes it's very difficult to convince somebody they're wrong. Certainly if they have a mutual relationship with you and you can talk with them and communicate, then we can talk with them about that. But many times family members have a harder time doing that because they're blinded by the emotional field and the emotional reactivity and pinging going on in the family, and I can be blinded by that as well. So we want to be very careful to work on being clear, keeping our reactivity down, because once our reactivity goes up, our blindness happens. Once that reactivity goes up, we see red, or we don't see what's really going on, even with ourselves or with them. Next, take time outs. Watch how you feel obligated to do things. Bake things, caretake, overfunction, appease. Watch that and reduce that as much as you possibly can. You have a right to end the event early, or leave early, or to take a break, or go sit alone, or go to the grocery store. During this holiday, it's good to rest and exercise, meditate, see friends other than family members, or family members you haven't visited for a long time, or simply to recharge. When we're taking these time outs, we want to be sure to be low-key and matter-of-fact. It's very helpful to be low-key and matter-of-fact in a family. It often ignites less triggering on other people. Many times we can get away with a lot of things if we can stay calm, low-key, and matter-of-fact. For example, hey, we're going to go to the nursing home and visit Great Aunt Molly now. And just a matter of fact, low-key, and I'm going to go take a break, and I'm going to go visit Aunt Molly at the nursing home 15 minutes away. Hey, you know, guys, I want my kids to calm down and get to bed tonight, so we're going to leave earlier than we thought. Low-key, matter-of-fact. It's not because all you are acting crazy, and so we're going to take the kids home. Well, now I've just made it highly charged, rather than just doing it as a self-focused act. Next, release your need to control. Often, if we've grown up in dysfunctional families, we have a need to control because so many things were out of control or out of our control that we end up wanting to control when we get older. Just like as for me as a recovering codependent, I want to control everything because I felt out of control. With so many emotional dynamics and drama that can go on during the holidays, we might find ourselves wanting to control others or events or what we want to do is to set boundaries and not try to control, stay away from your perfectionistic leanings or the either or thinking that we have so much. That if this doesn't happen, then it will all be terrible. No, maybe we can do an option C, which I've talked about in a lot of my videos. And for those of you, I've got about 230 videos up on YouTube, and you can hear more about these topics on those videos. Also, work at not being over-responsible for how others take you, how others want you to do this or that, excuse me, or how others feel you need to act or perform or to do for the family. Work at reducing your over-responsibility and let go of that over-responsibility. If you let go long enough, the system will fill in the gap. But oftentimes we don't let go long enough for the system to fill in the gap, and we feel guilty that we've caused this hole or gap. If you do it long enough, it will get filled up. A system will work that way. A family will work that way. I also wanted to mention in my upcoming masterclass or workshop that's coming up here and very soon, a 4-hour workshop. Those, again, who are paid members on YouTube will get the pre-access video clips of the topics that will be discussed in the workshop. Also, other information. I'll also get questions from you for the workshop. And there's going to be 14 topics that we're going to release short clips and videos on. And I hope you'll stay tuned every week for peeks at the upcoming workshop. And so please join this YouTube channel. You can also learn more or sign up for the workshop right now on my website, jerrywiserelationshipsystems.com. Reducing your reactivity is going to be the title of the workshop. Next, in terms of the holidays, we want to practice ahead of time. I work with clients to plan their interactions with their families and how they want their holidays to go for themselves. They can't change everybody and make the holidays go well. They can only decide for themselves how they're going to have the holidays go for them. Practice what you want to say. Practice what you want to not say. What topics do you want to talk about? What topics do you not want to talk about? Practice what responses you will have to the routine interactions with parents and siblings. For example, if you've just ended a painful relationship and really don't want to talk about it, plan your responses like, yes, that unfortunate relationship has ended, but I came to enjoy the holidays and I want to talk about the good things in my life. Or talk about the kids or Aunt Susie's great pumpkin pie that she made. And distract over to another topic. Simply say, that's not what I want to talk about this year. Next, find positive ways to connect. I remember one very enjoyable thing my mother did. We had a Christmas celebration at her home, and everyone was invited. And it was totally out of character for my mom. And if it's at your house or you're the host, you can do more of these type of things. She bought many cans of silly string, and we all had a silly string fight. And that was one of the most enjoyable, fun things we did at a family gathering, which I still remember to this day. We trashed the house with silly string, and of course, it goes everywhere. It's a mess everywhere, which is why I was so surprised Mom would do it. And then we had to sweep it all up and clean it all up, which we did. But it was very, very enjoyable. The kids had fun, the adults had fun, and it was just so out of character that we could just have fun as a family. Work at trying to have some fun with the family that you have. And again, it was so out of character because we actually just played as a family. which we rarely did, and we actually were not over serious about everything, which we tended to be. Next, do things you like for the holidays. During the holidays, do things you like. Walk the dog, play with the kids, go sledding, baking your favorite cookies, go bowling, play basketball, go to the Y, taking a Sunday drive, read your favorite book. In fact, I've made that a tradition. I have a favorite book that I like reading. It's by Anne Benson. It's called The Plague Tales. Now, it sounds like it's kind of a dark book, and in some ways it kind of is, but it's a wonderful love story, historical fiction book that I like. And it's called The Plague Tales, set in the 1300s and then the 2050, era. And it's a great book, and I always enjoyed that one Christmas, and now I read it every Christmas because I look forward to getting to read it again. And I love rereading it every holiday, and it's something I look forward to, and it makes the holiday special. Next, rely on a voice of reason. If you have people who understand the dynamics of your family, and understand and are willing to be a sounding board for you, reach out for support. Talk to a coach or a therapist or a pastor, a deacon, or someone in your church or club or friend group who understands you. It's nice to have that reality check and a voice of reason when we use them for support. Please click to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Click the bell to get all the new videos coming out. I hope you'll follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a happy holiday season. And be wise.